you're doing well. Let's get a reading, see what's happening. What do we need to see today? The Tree of Life. I don't think we've pulled that before, have we? 58. Oh, and Beauty Way. Number 4. I've been seeing a lot of dragonflies lately. I have never pulled this deck on YouTube, but I've had it for a while. I just haven't used it that much. It's the Seed and Sickle. The Daisy. I used to have a dog named Daisy. She passed away. Oh, Daisy. And the moon. The moon's right there. I love that. And the Asphodel, number 30 and number 25. And Clover, I'll take it because it popped out the bottom. Clover, number 19. Oh, let me also get a Citadel. I'll pull all the oracles first this time. Oh, it's upside down. Do one more. The Fate, accepting help, guidance, and the Painter, productivity and creation. And we're always talking about the paintbrush, right? The painter. My grandpa was a painter. He's in heaven. He used to paint like, this is my mom's dad. He would paint deer and trees and snow and like Bob Ross. He really liked Bob Ross. So Bob Ross coming through. He's the one that got me into Bob Ross, because he used to watch painting. I don't know. My mom used to watch too. But let's see what's happening. Tree of Life, Beauty Way, the Painter, Fate, Daisy, the Clover, and the Asphodel. do we need to see today? I'm just going to pull them because it's easier. The Seven of Wands. So you may be defending like new beginnings, your path forward in some way. Yeah, Queen of Wands. And the Two of Wands. And I see that as Hecate guiding you. The Torch, right? And the Eight of Swords. So you may be coming out of like we were talking about yesterday's post was about having been in your head with stress, anxiety. So that may be something that you're defending against, right? To move forward with the new beginning. It doesn't have to be that you're in your head. It may be that you're feeling stuck in a situation, not sure what to do about it or how to move forward. The Eight of Pentacles is how we're showing up. So hard work, working hard. The Chariot. And you may be really mastering like the forward movement, right? How to keep moving even though you feel that way. Like you may be feeling like you're in your head. My nose is itchy. Page of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. So you may have moved forward from, I don't know, that could be gossip and stuff, but moving forward, learning the lessons, things like that. You may have felt abandoned or felt left out of something, but it may have been like protection, you know, and like a lesson in, you know, being guided out of a bad situation. It may have turned out like that was a good thing. It was protection. Okay, what's surfacing? Eight of Wands, communication, swift victory, and love. Maybe somebody's bringing you. Oh, maybe somebody's coming in. Five of Swords, Queen of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. Okay. And the Moon. Four of Wands. I don't know if this is like a person, but we'll clarify it. This could be a person offering you love, but you might be like closed off. Maybe that may be what you're standing your ground about, that you may not need to cut off. This usually is a sincere person. Offering love or offering their cup, you know, collaboration in some way. That's like emotional collaboration, emotional understanding in some way, maybe. Somebody, I don't know. We'll see. So what do we need to expand on? I think this will give us more of a clue what that's about. Did I do 3 already? Let's do 4. Oh, 5 of Cups. So sorrow, loss. Yeah, okay. So this is why we may be defensive, right? So self-mastery is needed, or this may be how we're, obviously it's how we're showing up, but it's what's showing up so that we can deal with something that's blocking forward movement in love. Okay, so like this person may be genuine and maybe we're not quick to move, but that's a good thing. Don't be quick to move, because you should also maybe assess it. Do you have compassion for this person, or is it like the Queen of Swords reversed? Like, I don't know, maybe you're closed off. I don't know, we'll see. Because of the sadness of the past or something. Clarify the actions we should take. Strength. So, and the Emperor. Oh. So, in the Chariot again. So, in the Ten of Cups. But the Nine of Swords. So we're in anxiety. So overcoming fear, and standing in your power, and maybe having it's Eight of Swords behind the Nine of Swords. So it's like you're stuck in your head a little about this new beginning, and it is in love and abundance. Wow. And it's reciprocal, or it's saying it's needed. There is the Devil behind that. So usually the Strength card is what's needed to overcome the Devil. So it may be something that's, but the Six of Swords is here, so celebrate. And okay, we're gonna clarify, but I think what it is that you're overcoming those doubts within. This is self-mastery too. And so when you're able to see the Five of Cups, the sorrow, the sadness, the loss, the whatever it is, any regrets from the past, it may just be that we bring new life to it. I'm seeing this as like the growth here, the Seven of Wands. So even though we might stand our ground and have strong boundaries, we would still be able to be vulnerable and like allow both sides of things, right? Because that's standing in your power. Your full power is having like empathy for children, right? Empathy for yourself and both sides of yourself, and your intuition, and being able to be vulnerable, but also, keep those boundaries up. So let's see, clarify, what is our resource to move forward with? The Knight of Swords. So intellect, going from the Page of Swords, learning the lesson, right? We've learned a lot, so now we're putting it into action, like how to keep boundaries, how to maintain, our equilibrium with, the Chariot, right? Union within ourselves, the masculine and feminine, to be able to not have to carry all the burdens, but be balanced, right? Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to do this away from the mic. And the AC just came on, so sorry about the noise. Okay, it's not too loud. It's definitely hot outside though. Clarify the 7 of Wands. The 8 of Wands. And the 7 of Pentacles. So for a long time, maybe you moved too quickly. Maybe you were quick to trust people. Maybe, you know, you were quick to give life, right? With this, like the other ones aren't so abundant with flowers, right? So maybe you're having better boundaries with people because this is quick movement. And the 7 of Pentacles says maybe you're patient, taking your time. Temperance as well. Yeah. Patient, taking your time, going slowly, being vulnerable, but allowing it to be a little... This, I think, is about love. It seems like... I mean, it could be just about your own personal growth. Like, maybe you're taking your time with your job and not overworking yourself with things, and maybe a creative pursuit or something like that. Clarify the 8 of Pentacles. But we did get the Knight of Cups twice. Clarify the 8 of Pentacles. The Page of Swords. And the Emperor. So, somebody's watching you? Like, okay. Somebody's watching you, stand in your power, or somebody's learning from you, maybe? This is also learning. So we're clarifying the 8 of Pentacles, and we got the Page of Wands, Page of Swords, and the Emperor. You've learned lessons. This could be taken all of those ways. You're learning about yourself, right? Learning how to master self. The light and the dark aspects of yourself. Knowing your true value, right? Who you are. Self-mastery. 10 of Cups. And that's what's bringing in so you're clear on like the burdens, right? Being the flame, the King of Wands. Yeah, the King of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, the Devil. Maybe people were trying to assert power over you. Maybe with gossip, right? 8 of Pentacles. And maybe you're bringing truth forward and standing in your power and making sure that, you're clear about what is what, right? Clarify the 8 of Wands. And also, we keep getting the 8 of Wands, but so the 7 of Wands to the 8 of Wands, maybe you're communicating maybe wisdom and standing in your power, having boundaries with people. That's really, like, people don't like that. So the 8 of Cups came out. 8 of Cups. And so 888. Oh, 8888. The Strength card is also 8. There's a lot of 8s here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 8s. And the Lovers. So it's like the choice to walk away is giving you victory. The choice to walk away from, I don't know, maybe this is a person that was two-timing you. Knight of Swords. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like maybe somebody was coming at you, trying to make you feel like you were lacking in some way. But you're whole with your Two of Cups. Walking away from this is giving you victory in some way. Let's see. Hanged Man, Enlightenment, Two of Cups, Hanged Man, King of Pentacles, oops, and the Magician. King of Pentacles and the Magician. Okay. Clarify the Five of Cups. Clarify the Five of Cups. The Hermit. Seeking the wisdom from the Five of Cups. So pull the lessons out of whatever it was that made you sad. Whatever loss. It's like the wheel of fortune is always turning, and it seems to be turning in your favor, even though obviously these cards are not that great. But you're learning the lessons, right? Learning the lessons of what happened, gaining the wisdom, maybe communicating with yourself, communicating boundaries and walking away. That was what was fated, for you to gain the lessons from the wisdom from all of this, so that in the future you wouldn't be stuck anymore. Five of Cups. Eight of Swords. Five of Wands. Six of Pentacles. Death. Two of Wands. Six of Swords. Yeah, it's a choice, right? We don't have to stay stuck. Like, obviously, it took me a really long time to get unstuck because I didn't understand what I needed to do. Like, how did I need to move forward, like with my family, with other, well, mostly with my family, you know? Because, like, I could deal with, like, people around me, but family, that's family, and I've always been a very family-oriented person, which is why I stayed in my marriage for so long. But sometimes, at some point, you have to understand that, you know, allowing that to stay the way it was only hurting myself, and, you know, it's at some point ridiculous to say, right? It's like there's no need to negotiate your dignity for people that you care about and love, and you don't see them acting in a reciprocal way. You have to do something else that's gonna help, you know, unburden your mind, allow you to move forward, because maybe this is why you're moving forward now, because you're walking away, learning the lessons, getting the wisdom from the lessons. Let's see what the actions are. Let me do it this way so I can pull it. The Tower. Your strength is a tower. Now this is upheaval. So taming, maybe. Okay, so what actions to take? So it's like moving on, moving forward, and maybe communicating your truth, speaking your truth, because that's the only way to overcome the monster, right? I don't know. And maybe it's different for you, but it could be taming the beast within you, and maybe not allowing your emotions to override the lesson. Does that make sense? Like, find people that are reciprocal and are able to love you. You know what I mean? Because betrayal isn't something that you have to continuously accept. You have other options. You can move forward, you know? You want people that are like this, that are balanced, that do reciprocate, that are, you know, able to give what they receive, and not people who won't seek help or can't understand, you know, things like that. Clarify the Knight of Swords. Clarify the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Cups. And the Page of Cups. So there's like messages, or I think it's more like lessons, like bringing in the lessons so that you can move forward with them, integrating, right? Integrating the lessons, maybe tempering your emotions, maybe allowing yourself to understand you better, because sometimes, like, there's things that we have to understand about ourselves that maybe we're too nice to be around people who aren't. That's how you get taken advantage of. Like, there's some people, obviously everybody has their own personalities, their own trials and stuff like that, but if it's bleeding into your relationship, you at some point have to understand, maybe this isn't for me, and, you know, protect your innocence. And protect your vulnerability, because, like, if you continuously stay in cycles, because it's kind of cyclical, right? Like, it can be. I'm not saying, like, everybody who's not emotional has something wrong with them or anything like that. But there's like a need for boundaries, and for there to be like some sort of understanding between the two people. If you're not getting understood and your emotions continuously get stepped on because nobody wants to see your point of view, that's when you have to walk away from the situation, and you have to learn the lesson, because that's not love. Love is different. So, okay, so the Page of Cups, Ace of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, and the World. So, yeah, you're maybe moving forward with, like, your flame, your paintbrush, your, you know, your ability to have a passionate relationship and vulnerability. And that's, you know, what people usually want, you know. So if somebody's not accepting that within you, it may have been a cycle, right? And maybe it's something that you had to close out so that you could find. Let's see what's after the world. 5 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, I think every time I see the 10 of Pentacles, it's like your ancestors want you to grow from this, from feeling like you're out of, you know, what is the words? Feeling like you're too much, right? For being who you are, like, you know, you're not. It's meant to be that you, like, okay, I have Venus retrograde in my birth chart. What that means is that I was born to learn self-love in this life. Like, that's one of my lessons. I have to learn boundaries, learn not to be taken advantage of, because I have a very vulnerable heart. I like to see the good in people. I like to see, you know, but I can also be ruthless, even especially with myself, you know. So I had to learn that I don't need to sabotage myself anymore. I don't need to chase people who, you know, don't really care, you know, because if they cared, they would be, you know, I don't know, whatever. Page of Swords. Clarify the Page of Swords. Page of Pentacles. Page of Wands. So 3 pages right there. Learning the lessons. The one that's not here is Page of Cups, which we just got with the resources. So you've already got that. You've got all of the pages here. We're learning the fire, the passion, the intuition, the Page of Pentacles, like earthly things, like how to work on ourselves, how to work outside, what's our responsibility, what isn't. We're also learning, you know, truth, clarity, how to communicate, all of those things that makes a person able to have healthy relationship, right? King of Swords. Yes. Knight of Pentacles, which is like learning all the lessons so that we can become who we truly are meant to be, right? Not just surviving out here, which I feel like I've been surviving in the Hunger Games. And may the odds be ever in your favor. Okay, let's read the Tree of Life. It's all about growth, right? It's all about growth. We're learning lessons so that we can grow the beauty way, right? So, and the hunter was behind that. So yeah, that's what people want. That's what you would want. I mean, you probably do want that. I don't know. That's what I want. I want to be able to love somebody who is just like this, who will introspect and look at themselves. So I'm not having to point out to them, you know, and I don't want to ever be that way, point out what's going on and what's wrong. But I have that mentality of like, I can do that, because not that I want to, or not that I would. I just know stuff and I don't want to. Sometimes it's a curse. Because I could point out all the things that, you know, because I do that for myself too. All the things that I need to work on, I know, but I don't know all of them actually. So it's good to have a partner or a person to run things by and kind of go over. Anyway, so going to read the medicine for this. Oh, wait, okay. The invitation. Should I read the whole thing? Okay, yeah, I'll read it. So, the essence, it says, the tree of life is a sacred symbol throughout the Americas. Its deep roots reach into the lower world, the unconscious, while its branches reach to the heavens, the source of destiny. To be whole in your life's journey, it is important to have deep roots and high branches. A tall tree with shallow roots falls in the first wind, but a tree with deep roots can weather any storm. Do I keep going? Okay, the invitation. To find health and balance in your life, reflect on how you dance with your actions, your thoughts, your feelings. If you are too much in your head, in your thinking head, okay, that was weird, or in the world of fantasies and daydreaming, connect more with your roots and the physical body. If you're caught in mechanical doing and you're feeling stuck, not able to imagine a better life for yourself, open yourself to be inspired by the heavens. That was the Ace of Wands we got earlier. Let your roots and branches be aligned with your heart's longing. The medicine. What nutrients do you need to add to your soil to grow strong? The seed of the oak will not grow on barren ground, with or without light, the light of the sun. What dreams do you want to awaken to create a full destiny? Reflect on how you want to blossom, the kind of fruit you want to produce, and where you want to sow your new seeds. Be a conscious creator. So yeah, we kept getting like the Ace of Wands and the dreams. So the Knight of Cups, right? The dreamer, the vision, like the Knight of Cups has visions of like what he wants. So tap into that. And let's read the Beauty Way. I know it's kind of long, but I like reading these because it gives a new perspective, and I can't remember all of these. So Beauty Way is both a path that you travel on a daily practice. A path you travel on and a daily practice. Okay. The path where you choose to perceive only beauty before you, behind you, and all around you as you journey through life. The practice is where you take action to bring beauty into every situation you're in. When things get ugly, you act to bring integrity and peace to the difficult encounter. When everyone else perceives only darkness, you point out the light and help uncover the hidden treasures. The Beauty Way invites you to create beauty in your life and to recognize the beauty inside yourself and in others. Stop to smell the roses, take a deep breath, look up at the stars, and recognize the splendor that surrounds you. See the beauty in whatever situation you find yourself in, and you will receive the lessons that life is teaching you in a kind and gentle way. Stop trying to fix relationships that you believe are broken. Recognize that things are exactly as they need to be in this moment, and acknowledge the inherent beauty in that way, or in that. When you understand this, you will be able to bring about the changes you want. Do not engage in gossip about the darkness and flaws of others. Be careful not to be seduced by superficial beauty of a project or relationship you are toying with, unless you are willing to pay the price for it later. I love that this is I believe this is a lotus flower, and the dragonfly, and then number 4. Number 4 is like stability, like 4 wands, the 4th house in your birth chart. Okay, let's see. I do want to read these little things, but I'll just read from one of these. Which should I? Dusk or dawn? Both of them? Okay, it says both. I was trying to keep from reading, making it too long. It's already 41 minutes. Okay, so Daisy, number 25. Is that page 25? No. This is, I'm just going to read this one, I think. I don't know. Is that me being disobedient? Okay, here it is. Starting something new, rekindling old projects. Okay. Does it give a page number? I would have to go through and look through these. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna waste y'all's time. Okay. So Daisy. Rebirth after loss. Okay. Clover. So that's what we're putting boundaries up for and moving forward, right? We're not gossiping. We're, like it said, we're mastering ourselves. We're learning the lesson. And Clover's good fortune, of course. And the asphodel. I think that's how you say it anyway. I don't know. I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Nostalgia, longing. So, yeah, okay, so that was the 5 of Cups. We're learning the lesson. So we're not continuously doing the same thing and expecting something different. We're going to learn the lesson, gain the wisdom from, maybe so we can avoid towers in the future, right? Okay. It's like a positive and a negative. Asphodel, a turning point, decision to be made. And Clover. creativity, abundance, potential for overexcitement. So we're not getting too overzealous. We're taking our time, right? I think I said that earlier. Okay, now the Citadel. So we got the Fate, accepting help and guidance. Number 32, and the Painter, productivity and creation. Throw that passion into creation. Like those feelings, maybe anger, let it motivate you to create. So, okay. So the Fate, accepting help and guidance. Some unexpected help is due to come your way. You may not, that was the Clover. Okay. You may not be able to see what causes your struggles or know of those who plot against you, but others can. And they won't let you face it uninformed. This guidance may come from an unexpected source, so look out for signs that will guide you in the right direction. Interesting. So maybe there was somebody who didn't look out for you before. My stomach's growling. 34. But it's like, so some unexpected help is due to come your way. Yeah. Accept the help. Okay, 134. But don't allow yourself to be put in, and maybe this is just God helping, the universe helping, because the universe is all about balance and restoration of, yeah, because we got the 2 cups. Clarifying, the Page of Swords, the lessons. The Page of Swords and the 8 of Pentacles. Self-mastery. Okay, the Painter. Within you is a font of creativity waiting to burst forth. This is not just the sort of creativity that requires a paintbrush or pen, but the ability to bring about a vision, to know your own voice and what you bring into the world. Don't let anything hold you back. This is your chance to embrace that vision, to follow your instincts and bring about something beautiful and new. The beauty way. Beautiful. Well, I hope this helps. I hope you have a great day. I think this is super awesome. You have the ability. You just gotta take action. Maybe this is integrating the lesson, everything that you've learned. That's what it is. From this, we're learning and we're growing and we're doing the hard stuff, even though it's hard. It's your life, right? It's yours. So, the Fate and the Painter and the Tree of Life. Beautiful. I hope you have a great day. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.